Hi, my name is Belinda, and thank you for allowing me to share my story with you today. A little over a year ago, I was introduced to something that changed my life because my life wasn't where I wanted it to be. Income, relationships, finances, happiness. I worried a lot. I didn't know how I could fix all of this. Have you ever felt that way? Well, like so many of us, it takes going back in time to understand how it is that we're where we are today. And some of you might remember that in 07, 08, we had a real estate and stock market crash. A lot of us lost half our wealth. Homes were foreclosed on, jobs were lost. Maybe you were affected as well, or someone you know. And that's also where I'd spent my entire life and career, in the mortgage banking industry. After devoting 25 years of weekends, every hour, every moment to my career, and at the sacrifice of my marriage and relationships with my family, it was at this peak that I lost my job. Bam. Just like that. I mean, from being at the top of my game, a six-figure income, to nothing, zero. I mean, talk about a blow. So I was devastated, and not to mention I was left with bills. I had no income, not enough savings, and no one was hiring. A depression had not only set into the economy, but inside of me, and one that put me in a fetal position at times, and at the bottom of a bottle, a painful divorce, and the lowest low I'd ever experienced in my life. Now, I don't know about you, but life deals us quite a few wake-up calls. If you've never had one, then good for you. Or maybe you're going through loss right now. It could be you haven't found your calling. Or you have, but people don't value your skills. You haven't found work you're passionate about. Or it's Groundhog Day every day. Or maybe you're going through a divorce, or you want a divorce, or you have some physical limitation, or just feel unfulfilled or lonely. The point is, we've all experienced or will experience some form of setback or unexpected loss that has hit us in the gut or our pockets. Because at any point in time, we're at the mercy of someone else, or the economy, or a company that manages bottom line numbers. And if we work for someone else, we're the numbers that get cut. People are the numbers, so it's the people who get cut. And if you're living on a fixed income, that's even scarier. Basic costs are rising daily, but your income isn't. And what about our health? It seems we don't take care of ourselves until we get bad news. Because at any point in time, we're all ticking time bombs if we're not taking care of our bodies. So I got thinking about how actually this wasn't our first time being affected by the economy taking a fall, and it won't be our last. It rises and falls about every 7 to 10 years. And so few of us have an alternative plan, much less one that's recession-proof. But I did finally get back to a six-figure income after another 5 years, now in my mid-50s. And if you're younger, like in your 20s or 40s, 30s, then time is going to fly by. I can tell you that. And you could be right where I am as well, wondering where it went. And this time around, I was more tired, run down, stressed out, burned out, and worried more than ever before over when the next crash is going to happen. Worried about my bills and if my earnings and savings would be enough so I could one day do those things I've dreamed of doing. What was that? Well, I'd like to travel the world. And I want to stay as long as I'd like on vacation. I wanted life to be a vacation. I don't think that's asking for too much, do you? Let's get honest. I wanted to spend time freely while I was traveling, pick up tabs for my friends, own a home on the beach, the mountains, and spend time with my family, my friends, and art. I love art. I love music, and I love creating, and I want to give more. And I have dreams. What are your dreams? Have we become a nation of non-dreamers? And what about our health? And I know for me, my health was being affected with stress and worry and sleepless nights. I was eating as clean as I could, but no matter how clean that was, I still wasn't in the shape or body I wanted to be in, and who knew what cancers or diseases I might be contributing to. So on the outside, yeah, I had more belly fat, loss of muscle, loss of excitement for doing things, but I hid it well, and I had my fat clothes, and I'd show up, put the happy face on, but deep down, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And I'd be so tired after going out that I wish I could just nap the next day at work to survive. I knew working out would be helpful, but quite honestly, I didn't have the motivation, much less the energy. So I started reading more articles on what vitamins and minerals I should be taking, and I bought half the stuff that Dr. Oz is always pushing. I was spending more money at the health food stores than normal. I knew I needed something, but just didn't know what that was. None of that stuff was working anyway. So what happened? Well, I started praying. Yeah, literally crying out. Actually a little bit mad at God that none of this made sense. And why were we all in these chains? I wanted just to be free from it, and I didn't know what to do or what skills I had or how could I really start my own company and doing what? When I was younger, I didn't have the money. And now in my 50s, I still didn't have the money, and fear controlled me more than ever. I saw all of this as overwhelming, and it caused me even more stress than having a job. Little did I know my prayers would be answered, that someone would come along and invite me to learn about Isagenix. Now understand, I too wasn't looking for another company to answer my prayers. I didn't even know what Isagenix was. I didn't put two and two together at the time. In fact, I was quite reluctant to go to this party they were inviting me to, but something said go and at least listen. So I did. And much like you're doing today. And that's where my life took a turn for the better. Maybe yours can too. The first thing I did was I tried one of the 4 solutions they offered, which for me was a health solution. And that's when a radical shift took place in my body. In fact, I'll never forget that day that I woke up. It was about a week into the program, feeling like I had just come out of a bad dream, that my entire life had been lived in a blur. And I had clarity for the first time. I had energy. I honestly felt so good, like I hadn't felt in ages, that I couldn't wait to get out of bed. You just don't know what it feels like to feel good if you've never experienced a radical shift. And I knew I was on to something, and I never wanted to go back to how I felt before, ever. I noticed I had less stress, yet I was still in that same stressful work environment, the mortgage industry. So I started dropping pounds and inches. And I released even more than I thought was possible, and people were noticing. And I couldn't help myself talking about what had just happened in my body. It was like an awakening, and it kept getting better and better and better, and so much so that every day I knew I was being called to a greater purpose. And people I was sharing this with were having the same experience over and over and over again. So about 7 months into my new body, my new feelings, it hit me like a ton of bricks that we're the walking dead. We're so toxic, and our food is so toxic, and we're nutritionally bankrupt. Thanks to 60 years of pesticides, herbicides, and now GMOs. And I didn't realize this, or that when we fix the outside through ourselves inside, we have this awakening. There's a connection. Nobody teaches us this, but it's absolutely true. And people like me, who when we learn this, we're obligated to let others know what's going on. I knew I'd found my answer, helping others just possibly experience what I had experienced. And then after that, it's up to them to take this in whatever direction they want to take it. So what's this mean for you? Well, if you're listening to and watching this video, then perhaps you too are looking for something to improve your life. Maybe you aren't quite sure just what that is. And if my story resonates with you in any way, or you know someone who could relate, then I promise you it's no coincidence that our paths have crossed. But here was the surprise, the financial opportunity. I'd never really considered earning an income from the health and wellness industry, yet it is the next $1 trillion industry globally. Got beauty, anti-aging product sales, fitness, mind, body, exercise, healthy eating, nutrition, weight loss, and Isagenix was offering solutions in all those areas. Well, why Isagenix? I mean, if you're going to try something that could change your life and then share that with others, wouldn't you want it to be with the leader of the industry? So here's what I learned. That would be Isagenix. Over 40 of the top scientists and nutritionists in the world on our advisory board. Over 3 billion in cumulative sales. 14 countries, number 9 in Inc., 5,000 fastest growing companies, 36 prestigious American Business Awards, including 2 times Company of the Year. Number 13 in North America and number 27 globally in the DSA Top 100 list. And listen to this. Isagenix has donated over $2 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And Isagenix is a holistic approach to wellness. It's mind, body, soul. And detox your body. And just add back those superfoods and nutrients that you're not getting in our industrialized food because of pesticides and chemicals and GMOs. And through this approach, your body naturally resolves issues like weight gain, lack of energy, mental clarity, focus, stamina, premature aging from free radicals and all the toxins in our air, food, and water, lack of minerals, nutrients in our food. All of this leads to all sorts of health issues. So everyone needs Isagenix. And eventually, Isagenix will be a household name. And for results, we've been put to the test with numerous third-party medical studies, and I can send all those to you. But the real results are the thousands whose lives have changed as a result of using the Isagenix system and products. And listen to this. Did you know that Isagenix beat the doctor-recommended heart-healthy diet in short and long-term studies? And that several medical programs, universities, and scientists, including scientists from the Mayo Clinic, have either teamed up with us, given our leading-edge breakthroughs in the field of cellular research and nutrition, or have asked to collaborate? Now that's huge. And what are our health solutions? Well, it's weight loss and weight management, energy, performance. You think of athletic performance, and who doesn't need improvement in any of these areas? We all do. So may I now share a little bit more about the fourth solution, wealth creation? I like to produce, meet new people, help people. I want to earn a great income from doing that. Could I really help others get healthy and we both generate an ongoing residual income like the mentors that Isagenix was showing me? Yes, I can, and you can. It's like this. If you can follow a recipe, instructions, a map, then you too can do this. If you have passion, you have a why, and you have a great personal testimony for what Isagenix did and continues to do for you, then there'll be no stopping you. So what's the catch? Well, there is no catch. It's this simple. You use the products, you share the products, you help others, you earn an income. And did you know that Isagenix is 1,000 times more effective at creating millionaires than the entire Direct Sellers Association? In just 13 years, we've created over 160 millionaires as of the time of this recording, and are now creating more millionaires at a faster pace than any other time since we started in 2002. So why is that? Well, you were already the best out there, and network marketing as an industry is now highly respected and easier than ever before because of the internet, social media. Things go viral, the World Wide Web. And there's a huge health and wellness movement going on. Have you noticed? People don't want GMOs, processed foods, toxins in our air, food, and water. The truth is coming out. People don't want to be on drugs. They want to get healthy. And there's the baby boomers. Did you know that 10,000 baby boomers are retiring a day? And where do they spend their money? On health and travel. So now is the time to join in on an opportunity like this and to join the #1 company, because the tracks have been laid by the trailblazers who went before us. Isagenix has already broken a 100-plus-year-old network marketing record. And this year we're on target to achieve $1 billion in sales alone, 2015, and that's all by word of mouth, with no commercial advertising. because it works. It's that simple. And we believe it's through service to others and direct mentoring of people like you who join us, and that together we can lift each other up and eventually the world, so we all can have a lifetime of wellness in every area of our lives. So how does it work again? Well, you'll take money you're already spending and redirect some of it to purchase your nutritional foods and supplements monthly, because you eat daily, weekly, monthly, and you can buy wholesale through your personal online account. And your personal experience is the driver of your consumer purchasing behavior, and it'll be that way with the people you share with. And online e-commerce, that's what's driving the economy. You think of eBay, Amazon, Expedia, and network marketing companies galore. It's the new evolved economy of moving products, goods, and services directly from the manufacturer to the people, cutting out the middleman and financially rewarding the people who participate, both buyers and sellers. Everyone who participates gets wholesale pricing and is financially rewarded. So the Isagenix Health and Wellness and Wealth Rewards are the most generous in the industry. And to give you an illustration, when I saw a young lady, 29 years old, who I didn't know at the time when I started this a little over a year ago, who's now 30, my best friend and mentor, making over $30,000 a month residual income, which means we'd have to have about $40 million in the bank earning 1% to have this type of monthly interest income, then I knew it was my time to stop wasting my time in the corporate pyramid scheme of a traditional job. I mean, who was I fooling? I mean, I was never going to have the potential for $100,000 or more residual monthly income working a traditional job. And what traditional job or work opportunity do you know where once you no longer work there, your income continues? And not only does it continue to you, but to your children. At Isagenix, that's where. But you don't have to quit your day job or career. I mean, you can start today creating income for your tomorrow that'll be there when one day that job isn't. So that's my story, and it was all I needed to know. And I finally took that step in faith this year, and resigned from my job and 25-year career that would never pay me residual income. You know, the one I had to sell my life to and time to and could be let go from any day to have nothing. And the pressure was always great and increasing, and I just didn't want to be told when and what to do anymore. And as a result of a step in faith, I'm now earning a residual income that in just 1 year has allowed me to meet my financial needs and to live freely without worry. And my residual income continues to grow, and through the power of leverage and geometric progression, something unheard of in a traditional job, it'll continue to double, triple, and quadruple. So whether that's $3,000, $30,000, $50,000, or $100,000 a month of residual income after 3, 4, or 5 years is up to me, is up to you, and just how bad we want it for it to happen. Or is it how bad does it have to get before we wake up and realize there's a better way and work hard enough to make that happen? Now, I'm not saying it'll be easy, because it's work, but it'll be worth it. The mentors, coaches, systems, and training, it's all here. But if you don't want to reach your why, if your dreams aren't big enough, then there aren't enough mentors in the world to help you. It has to come from you, from within. So this is the key. Our why, your why. Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to be free? Why do you want to have wealth? Where would you spend your days, your nights, your weekends, your time? What would you be wearing, driving? Where would you be living if money was no object? What would you be creating? And to what charities would you be donating? Do you have a strong enough why? Because when you do, you'll have an even stronger will. And where there's a will, there is a way. So what's your why? I've shared mine. What's yours? Because the more we focus on our why, the more we work and devote our time and activities to realizing our why, then the faster we'll all achieve our goals. The more I help you, and the more you help others, the more everyone wins. I hope this answers your questions about what this is, who we are, and what we represent. And if you're looking for a culture, a team, a family who truly loves one another and a community of love and support, then you'll find all that here like no other. If you're a starter, but not a finisher, if you check out, tune out, and unplug, then this isn't for you. But if you have been all those things, and you know you don't want to be that person anymore, and you want more, and you want the opportunity to be more, then this is for you. And if you're already successful, you're a mover and a shaker, you build teams, you have a massive following, you're credible, and you're just looking for another great financial opportunity, then this too is for you. You're worth it. So the question is, does this sound like something for you? Are you interested in taking the next step to see if this is a solution to help you reach your life dreams and goals? Because if it is something you think you might want to do, then just contact me at belinda@fosteringhealing.today with a message that includes your full name, your phone number, and the best time to reach you, and then look for me to be in touch. Or you can call me direct, 864-921-4576. It's not a next step of commitment. It's just the next step of discovery of what you want and if this could help you get there. I thank you for your time today. And no matter what you choose, may you fulfill your heart's desires and live the life you came forth to live.